Oh my God, what's happening? It's Marshall. Thanks for tuning into the show. It's a live stream on a Saturday night. Well, it's actually Sunday morning where I'm at. It's 12:32 in the AM Eastern Time. And tonight I wanted to jump on and obviously test out the live stream capabilities from my new place. Hopefully this goes well. And so I've been working on some stuff here over the last couple days, and specifically I decided to do kind of a Roland Cloud Only type setup. And I say mostly because I'm actually using a kick from the Kick 2 plugin, and I'm also using external processing and effects and stuff, and I'll go through all this stuff here in just a second, but I'll just kind of play what I've got so far. I think this is coming together pretty nice, and we'll just keep working on this evening. So again, this is my live stream format. I know this is not for everyone. It's long form and it may be boring or whatever, but if you do stick around, I appreciate it, and if not, you know, lots of other content on the channel as well. So yeah, let's listen to this and see what I was able to do so far with the Roland Cloud. that's kind of where I'm at right now. So pretty rough at the moment. Lots of stuff still needed to be done here, but so far it's pretty much all Roland Cloud, which is really cool. And in recent months or weeks or whatever, Roland has really kind of added to their lineup here. And let's just take a look at... So I haven't downloaded everything from there, but I've downloaded most of the stuff I think that I would use. And I've been a Roland Cloud user for, God, almost since it launched. So yeah, I have D50, Juno 106, Jupiter 8, JV 1080, ProMars, SH2, SH101, Sound Canvas, SRX Dance Tracks, SRX Keyboards, Orchestra, System 1, System 8, System 100, and the 303, 808, and 909. So these are fairly new, I think, to the lineup, which is really cool. So, and the way I've kind of broken this down in the track so far is I've kind of separated out my 909 sections here, where I've got some hi-hats here and here, then the clap, of course, and then the crash. And I've got these on separate tracks, so I can kind of EQ these, put separate effects on certain things. So if we were to just kind of demo this. So like right here, you can hear I've got some reverb going on the clap. And then also on like the hi-hats and stuff, I've put on a phaser, a phase motion phaser. Make it sound all kinds of 90s in here. So yeah, I'm digging that. We could probably use to thicken that up a little bit. But again, like I just kind of actually started with the 303. And initially I was going to do something kind of like, actually I still have the originals down here. But if we play these. Right, and then if we play this. I have two instances of the 303 going here, one on the left and one on the right channel, and each one's a little bit different, which kind of adds to the stereo field, I think. Anyway, so I decided to kind of not go that route, and I ended up just using just kind of the bark, the classic 303 bark, which is pretty awesome. The other cool thing that I did that I thought was kind of neat was in the D50, I'm using some D50 if my mouse will come alive. Here we go. And we have D50 over here. And I named this Thundercats Ho because I think this reminds me of in the Thundercats theme song, there's, you know, this sound kind of towards the end. I think it's in the end. And if we just kind of solo this. So this is actually digital native dance, but I've turned off all the other partials. If I turn these back on, it would sound like this, but I've just got just the one going. And it just reminded me of like the Thundercats theme song, which I thought was pretty neat. So, and again, these are split left and right with some art acoustic reverb and some side chaining with the Kickstarter plugin. So that's basically like, I guess if this was going to be like a Roland Cloud challenge, I kind of cheated a little bit because I'm using the Kick 2 plugin for the kick. But other than that, everything is Roland Cloud except for the processing and the effects, of course. So I don't know. Thought that was kind of neat. So anyway, let's kind of just keep working on this track for a little bit here, and we'll see what we can come up with. I should also point out, for anyone who cares, the bass line here, I think it was this one, or maybe it's this one. Yeah, so that's the bass line, and that's System 8. I actually really love the System 8. Eventually, I'd like to grab one, but you know, with the Roland Cloud, I kind of already have one, which is really nice. And the other thing too is, like, since most of these are in boutique form, it's kind of nice to have access to these without having to hook all those old boxes up, even though I do like the boutiques. But over here, we've got the Jupiter 8, but I've got it running through Blue Arp for some arpeggios. So let me fire one of these up. So you can hear that's going, and the Blue Arp is basically arpeggiating the sounds from the Jupiter 8. So, and Blue Arp is a free arpeggiator plugin, which is like one of my favorite plugins. I use it all the time on all kinds of stuff. Anyway, enough of that. Let's see if we can do some arrangement here. And I think I'm gonna start by doing some snare crescendos and some rearrangement with the kick drum to add some liveliness. So we're just going to duplicate this section, and then we'll delete all of these. And you can use the sequencer that's built into these, but since I'm doing arrangement style here, I've got that disabled in each one of the plugins. So I got clap. Let me rename this to snare. Okay, let's take a look. And I'm trying to remember how I turned that off. There's like is it in the options? I don't remember exactly, but there's a way to turn off the sequencer to where it doesn't run when you hit start. Yeah. The other cool thing is this edit window makes it a lot easier to program in this sequencer if you want. And then this is just like a regular 909 where you can kind of chain the patterns together, and yeah. Anyway, so if you're familiar with 909, it's just like it. But yeah, what we want to do is go into our piano roll, and these will trigger on MIDI channel 10, just like any other drum machine. So, but what we want is the snare right here. And I'm probably going to need to lengthen this to 16. 16. I'll move this all the way over. Let's say like right here. So one thing I want to do is be able to automate the volume of that channel on the snare. So let me bring this up here. And we have snare drum here. Oh, we could also play with our, let me just go in here for a second. And I want to be able to mess with the tuning. All right, something kind of like that. So we probably want to fill here or crescendo or something here. All right, and then we want to change up our kicks a little bit. All right, we'll go for a little bit different crescendo on that part. something. Thinking about it, I don't want those arpeggios to come in right there yet. So normally when I've got a change, I'll change the color of my clip so I know which one it is. And actually for this, I think we want to just do a bunch of snares. Oh, you know what? We should be able to just go in here. There we go. So that's gonna need quite a bit of work still to get that groove in nice. But part of the process here for me anyway is get the structure kind of set and then add bells and whistles kind of after the fact kind of thing. But what I want to do now, I think, is I want to get some 808 action in here. So I'm gonna set up a new clip or a new track, and we'll toss in the 808. That's the 909, because I'm blind and I can't see the little numbers on here. There we go. See, so that's running its pattern, which we don't want it to do, so... How do I shut that shit off? There we go. That's how you do it. So if you go to option and you shut off position lock to DAW, then turn that on and it starts a sequencer. If we shut that off, I'm playing no sequencer running, which is what I want. I'll sequence my own drums. Thank you very much. I will rename this 808. We'll start, actually, let's start with the hi-hats. Okay, so if we go into our piano roll, we gotta get a clip in here. And let's see if we go to channel 10. Magic. Oh, that's weird. So I guess these are triggering different patterns. Oh, that's cool. That actually would be very helpful in a live sense to be able to kind of go through those patterns. That's neat. Okay. Let's see. So there's something. Let's see if we can get that closed hi-hat going. clip down so we can. Let's see, where's the ride? I like that you can scale these bigger too, which is nice because I have really bad eyes. I don't like ever do this, but I for some reason decided to give it a shot, and I'm using sends and returns for some effects. So like this reverb here, and then I've got like a distortion on the other one. This is an amp from Waves. That's actually, oh, this is the other cool thing. So since Roland has continued to update the System 8, the plugin has been updated as well. So we've got our FM oscillators in here now, which is really cool. So this sound is an FM sound. But I think I just want it to go like this in the beginning. can use an 808 style fill up in here somewhere. Rename. Oh, yeah. With the wood block sound. Actually, this is too 8. Okay, that's really quiet. Okay, so we got a little bit of that action going on. So I'm going to group these 808 sounds together. Group tracks. So TR 808. And then I like to keep all my percussion and all that stuff next to... Wait, where the hell did it go? Next to the other percussion. And then if we want to get really crafty, we can group all these into one group. And we can rename it. Percussion, and we'll change the color here to green. There we go. Okay. So we got a little bit of that action going. What I want to do now, and this is also a nice way to save space since we just did all that. We can kind of collapse some of these. And what do I have? Is there anything going on? Yeah, what's this? So normally what I'll do is I'll just kind of mess around and take a section and use that section in a tune. So that's what I decided to use for part of the melody. There's going to be like more change ups and more change going on in the track here eventually, but again, it's about getting the bones, getting the structure down. So, but what I want to do now is kind of focus on some effects. So I think what I'm going to do, we'll go back to our plugins and we'll drop in another, well, let's see. How about if we use something that I haven't used before on here? Let's do the SH101. There's our default 101 sound. That's probably really loud. So the other thing that's kind of weird is some of these Roland Cloud instruments, maybe I'm just not seeing them, but some of them don't have a volume dial. Anyway. Like that pluck. That's nice. Alright, well, what I'm looking for are effects. So I want to see if they've got any decent effect presets. And here we go, we got some effects here. That's pretty cool. All right, let's see if we can make something. So I've never touched, other than my SH01A, which I've not really dug into at all. Let's see. So we've got a single. What I would like to have happen though is my LFO. Oh. Something like that. Let's see what that kind of sounds like in context here. I think let's get some delay on there. Oh, God, I love that. Sounds like Defender or something. I think I'm going to automate this rate here. We'll see. Yeah, we need to automate this. So let's jump into here. Let's take a look at our envelope. All right, so we don't want it to go below that. But we want it to start like all the way up or something. Oops. Okay, and let's see what this sounds like. In the house. What's up, Mike? Bit of attack on that. Mike's back. How you doing, Mike? Seen some demos on that. It seems lovely. I should get one, but not yet. Well, Mike and everyone else, I don't know that there's really anyone else watching right now, but I think I'm gonna end it there. We'll do another playthrough and we'll call it a night. I'll be back hopefully next weekend. Oh, by the way, anyone curious, I'll be on Geosynth's podcast. Not this Sunday, but next Sunday for his show with Imperfect. Imperfect and I will be on that. And I was on there, I guess it's like the first Sunday of each month. He'd like to have myself and Imperfect on. So if you guys are interested in tuning into that, please do. Geosynth's YouTube page is really awesome. And I was talking about him there, Mike, because I think he's got a VC340 and did some really cool demos with it as well. So anyways, yeah, let's do a playthrough and then we'll rock out. So have a good night, guys. Thanks for watching. go on this one, but it's really cool. If you guys would like to start your own Roland Cloud challenge, let me know and leave a link to your video in the description. I'd like to check out what you guys come up with. Like I said, I'm still working on mine, and I've cheated a little bit by using a kick drum from Kick 2. I may end up trying to replace that with something else from the Roland Cloud, but to kind of get me going, I started with that. And we'll go from there. So anyway, yeah, this is, I really like it so far, and hope you guys like it too. So have a good night, guys. See you soon.